Good morning, Facebook friends, and welcome to After GMS. So great to see some of our regulars already hopping here on our feed on the WFMY News 2 Facebook page. We do After GMS every weekday around 7:45. I'm Megan Maleras alongside Stacey Spivey and Christian Morgan.
Good morning.
Good morning. Before we get to all of our talkers and the headlines, we do want to take a look at the forecast on this first day of June. Christian?
I'll tell you what, it's a comfortable morning for the first day of June, but after this, things are going to get a little warm and a little more humid as we go throughout the rest of the week. Beautiful morning. You can see that evident on our weather camera network across the Triad. Most all of us sitting in the 50s right now, 56 in Greensboro, 57 Winston-Salem, and down in Asheboro, 56 over in Lexington as well. So a very comfortable morning to be outside. Of course, nothing to look at on the radar here at home, but if we zoom out on a wider view, much bigger weather system back out in the middle part of the country, and that will actually slowly be working its way toward us, and that will increase our cloud cover as we go throughout this afternoon and into your Wednesday. High pressure mainly in control. That's the driving factor in our weather right now, but as it starts to shift offshore, it becomes more of what we call a Bermuda high. We talk about that a lot in the summer. Basically, it's going to be acting as a big old heat and humidity pump as we go throughout the rest of the week. For today though, sunshine now, extra clouds this afternoon. Top things out right around 80 or 81 degrees for that afternoon high. And the Greensboro Grasshoppers are in town, downtown Greensboro tonight against the Winston-Salem Dash. Been waiting on this matchup for a long time. Be a great night of baseball, upper 70s to near 80 for that first pitch at 6:30 tonight. Wednesday, mainly a dry day of weather. We'll add in that low chance of an isolated shower or storm mainly in the afternoon, but it starts to get into that more very summer-like weather pattern by the end of the week. Good chance for scattered showers and pop-up storms each day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as well.
And let's go ahead and start this first talker by saying welcome to June. Water parks and pools are open. Most mask mandates are down and people are traveling more. We want to know what plans you have this month as we count down to summer. For some, Memorial Day was the first holiday families were able to gather with members outside of their household as Governor Roy Cooper lifted all gathering limits in May. Experts do suggest those who are not vaccinated to continue masking up and social distancing. You can chime in right now as we read what some of you have planned for this summer or for this month. Patty is looking forward to her youngest grandson going to pre-K, plus his older brother going to middle school. Sandra is keeping eyes on her 76th birthday coming up. Happy early birthday. And another viewer writes in saying, I'm looking forward to getting back to the beach, God willing. Yeah, I know a lot of people have some beach trips in their future. People already starting to weigh in on our feed about the exciting things for June. I love this month. I mean, there are so many things to look forward to, with the weather being one, trips being planned and everything, but this year is very different for me as it is baby month officially. You know, baby girl is expected to arrive in the coming weeks, and my life is about to be forever changed, but I'm so excited, nervous at the same time, just kind of feeling a lot of emotions, but it's going to be a big month in my house.
We'll have a new News 2 family member.
Yes.
We are all looking forward to that, Stacey. So I'll count that as one of mine too. Cannot wait to meet your little one.
Oh, thank you.
My son is 17 months old today. Where does the time go?
Oh my goodness.
It is crazy. He has his first swim lesson this weekend, so that is something I'm looking forward to this month. With the weather being warmer, our pools warming up and being open, of course, for things like this. And I just love that it feels a little bit more like it did pre-pandemic. I mentioned earlier on the Good Morning Show, my husband and I went to a wedding this weekend, fully vaccinated, so were most of the people around us, and it was so much fun. For a second, you almost forgot what it's been like for the past year and a half. But of course, you know, while I felt a little reserved, not knowing what to expect, once we were there, it felt like normal, fun times again. So, Christian, I'm really looking forward to more of those kinds of things later on this summer.
You know, it feels normal, which I guess also kind of feels weird now.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to take a little while to get back to feeling like this is how, you know, this is how things should be. But I guess one of the things I'm looking forward to the most is that live music and concerts and that kind of thing are starting to come back. So my band's actually able to play a couple shows. We've got a couple in June and a couple in July, kind of sprinkled about throughout the summer. So I'm super excited about that.
Oh yeah, for After GMS viewers, if they didn't know, Christian can rock out in a band. It's awesome. You play the drums. Tell them about it.
I do. I'm a drummer, and Eric Chilton and I have had conversations about maybe doing something together. So I'll keep you posted on that.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, and y'all were talking about how weird it is kind of to get back to normal. Just seeing pictures and videos like of the Indy 500 over the weekend, those big crowds, it's almost like you're hesitant. You're like, oh my goodness, that's a lot of people, but it's normal. That's what it was before the pandemic. It's just kind of getting used to everything. But a lot of people have a lot of life things to look forward to. Heather is looking forward to a day trip somewhere with her fiance. Jessica says maybe a zoo trip with the kids. That would be fun. Going to the North Carolina Zoo maybe. Jessica is taking a health month starting today. She works on social media, and it can take a toll on your mindset, that's for sure. Yes, it can. So good for you for taking some time. Jason's going to the beach and getting away. Tamrika's birthday's on the 23rd. She said still getting older though, LOL. Well, happy early birthday to you. Let's see, Charlie has plans for his birthday as well. It's his birthday month, so happy early birthday. And then Bobby says he's looking forward to the first day of summer, which is when, Christian? Do you know?
June 21st.
Okay.
Actually, if you want to get technical about it, we can be weather nerdy here and we can say that today is actually the start of meteorological summer, but it doesn't start till the end of the month by the calendar.
But there's something that actually happens to start the summer solstice. Explain in terms we can understand what that is.
Yeah, so the reason that we call this meteorological summer is basically for our record keeping purposes. Usually June, July, and August are the hottest months of the year. So for us, it's easier to keep those summer records for those 3 months. And the same thing for winter and fall. It just falls a little bit off the calendar. Now for the official start of summer, it all has to do with the way the earth rotates and the way that the sun shines and the earth's axis. And so when that summer solstice actually happens, that is the point. Let me get this right. I should have looked this up a little bit, but it's when you have the longest daylight hours in the northern hemisphere. The opposite actually happens in the southern hemisphere. So when summer starts for us, winter actually starts for those folks.
Hey, we put you on the spot. You answered it with flying colors, so no worries.
Yes, exciting times for North Carolina in the month ahead, including some humidity, which is back in full force this week.
That's going to be a shock to the system. We haven't had much of it.
All right, let's get to some morning headlines before we get to our second conversation. We have a lot to cover here. A bill is on the way to the North Carolina State Senate that would allow jurors, or judges, I should say, to take PTSD into consideration when veterans are sentenced for crimes in court. The bill was recently passed in the North Carolina House. Our state is already doing something similar for people with other mental health challenges. Guilford County Representative John Hardister called the bill a, quote, logical benefit. We'll keep you updated on the latest concerning this out of the legislature. Monday, crews in Asheville removed a Confederate monument. The statue had stood downtown for more than 120 years. It came down this week after the city council voted back in March to remove it. It's unclear where the city will put the statue. The city is expected to install landscaping and flower beds in its place. The push to get more people vaccinated now includes knocking on doors. So-called Vax Connectors are going to people's homes, offering information on the coronavirus vaccine. WFMY News' Denise McMiller explains how the YWCA of High Point's new outreach program is helping get more shots into more arms.
Well, a team of volunteers in bright orange YWCA gear are going door to door for 6 months. They want to make access to the vaccine easier by booking appointments at people's front doorsteps. The Vax Connect pilot program is just 2 weeks into their outreach efforts. They've already visited more than 650 homes and booked around 60 vaccine appointments. What's called community connectors are trained by the health department to answer questions people have surrounding the vaccine. A person can then book an appointment on the spot or decide not to. There's no pressure. The YWCA says their goal is to simply educate and remove barriers.
Homebound individuals that have been able to get the vaccine because of our help. We've had one individual that was so grateful that her mom has been homebound, and the lady has been vaccinated, but the mom hasn't been able to, and we were able to send somebody over there. So it's been a positive impact so far.
They are also offering transportation to and from vaccine appointments to eliminate any transportation barriers. Right now, there are 2 areas the YWCA is focused on. It's in the 27260 and 27262 zip codes. They say these places fall in the minority and underserved areas of High Point. And these Vax Connectors will be out in the community until November, and more volunteers are actually needed. So if you are interested in serving the community in this way, give the YWCA a call.
Well, the Greensboro Police Department's Community Connections Initiative is helping teenagers find summer jobs. The latest hiring event is tomorrow at the International Civil Rights Center and Museum in downtown Greensboro. Polo Ralph Lauren is looking to fill 150 positions. If you know a teenager between ages 16 to 19 who can benefit, send them to our website. We have this posted in the Ready to Hire section. Oh, tonight is the night baseball fans in the Triad have been waiting years for. Tonight kicks off the Battle of I-40 between the Greensboro Grasshoppers and the Winston-Salem Dash. It is the first time the teams have played each other in more than 50 years. Tonight's game will be at First National Bank Field in Greensboro.
And let's keep that conversation going. Which team are you rooting for, the Greensboro Hoppers or the Winston-Salem Dash? Now, this is a big series because the two teams haven't competed since 1968. Mayor Nancy Vaughn here in Greensboro and Mayor Alan Joins in Winston-Salem are rooting for their home teams, even placing wagers, guys. Wrangler jeans and Krispy Kreme donuts, two North Carolina faves. So who do you see winning this series? Go ahead and chime in right now on the Facebook comments below. I just can't wait to see this game. I mean, the fact that they haven't had a matchup in 53 years, that's pretty incredible. But I think it's so fun how the mayors are joining in and getting in on the rivalry. But I think if I had to choose who would win, I guess Greensboro, right? Got to root for the home team here, I guess. But, you know, just excited for a fun game.
I mean, they're both home teams, so to say, and I, like so many of you, have probably been to both games, and it's been a lot of fun. For years, I have heard people begging for an exhibition matchup between these two teams who prior to now had been in different leagues. So this is a really big deal, not only playing each other now, but playing each other in the foreseeable future now that they're on the same schedule in the same division. So this is really going to be an exciting night. I think it's anybody's game. Maybe it'll go back and forth a little bit. But Christian, what a fan experience. This is awesome.
It's just a hometown rivalry,
yeah,
right? You can't beat it. And it's a series of several different games. So while one team may win tonight, the other team might win tomorrow. Just has to see how it goes. I'm not going to pick a side. I'm just going to pick the donuts.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
I'm going to pick the food.
I should have picked the food. I shouldn't have picked a team, but, you know, I already did it, so it's okay. You know, it's just going to be fun either way. A lot of people are talking about the game. Let's see. Jason says the way the Dash have been playing lately, I'm going to say Grasshoppers will win 3 games at least. So he has the technical side of it. Wanda says Greensboro is going to win. Bobby's for the Grasshoppers as well. And then Nadine asks, how have they not played in 53 years? Shouldn't they play often? And Megan answered, you know, they weren't in the same division until now. So they're going to have a total of 24 games over the season. 12 will be in Greensboro, 12 will be in Winston-Salem. So you can go ahead and pick out a game to go see them.
Yeah.
And let's see, Phil says green is the new deal. So let's go Greensboro Grasshoppers.
We're so lucky to have all these teams. We, of course, have our Burlington teams, our High Point teams as well. We have teams in Durham. So there's so much minor league baseball here in North Carolina. It really has become as much of a fan experience, if not more, as some of our major team games and events that we have in our state. So really proud to be part of baseball season in the Triad. So much fun. Christian, we went to a game, what was it, Saturday night. It was cold.
It was
I mean,
I bet.
I'm glad I brought a jacket and one for my little guy because people were bundling up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, cheering nonetheless, and it was just unseasonably chilly.
I know, you know, after those storms rolled through, it got really chilly, and just even without rain or with it being damp or anything, 60s after 90s are cold. I don't care what time of the year it is. It's a shock to the system.
Yes, it is. Christian, I'm cracking up. People are calling you out.
They are. I almost did, but I didn't.
I was just going to silently just try to, you know, not make mention of that. But if you joined us a few minutes ago, you noticed that I was not in the screen, and I made an early exit. Whoops. My bad, but I'm back.
The show wasn't over yet. Goodness.
I didn't think anybody noticed, so I wasn't going to bring it up, but several people say. Yeah, you disappeared on us, but you're back now.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah. Well, why don't you close us out with a forecast since you're here?
Yeah, let's do it. That hot and humid weather going to come back. But first, though, we have a nice day on the way today. We'll add in some extra clouds through the afternoon, and we'll top out right around 81 degrees. Now, not going to be cold tonight like we have been the last few nights. With those extra clouds, that'll help keep us a little bit warmer. I expect us to only bottom out in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. There could be some patchy fog, too, by early tomorrow morning. And we'll see that low shower or storm chance in the afternoon for your Wednesday. Mainly a dry day all around again. But then that better chance, especially once that heat and humidity really gets going on Thursday and Friday. It'll be a very summer-like weather pattern. So we'll have scattered showers Thursday, Friday, and Saturday afternoons. They'll be very hit and miss like we do in the summer. And I know there's some folks who really need some rain. So this is going to be a hit or miss. Just kind of cross your fingers and say your prayers and hope that you get some good rain, because we still need it for yards and gardens and that kind of thing. Rain chances do start to go down though as we end the weekend and go into early next week.
The weather looking perfect for tonight's game, which is exciting.
It's going to be great.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for starting your Tuesday morning with us here on After GMS. We do this digital program on the News 2 Facebook feed every weekday at 7:45.
We hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. Get out there and get to it.